Welcome back, people, to another episode of Kicking It with the Brothers. It's your host, Mike Lofton, and I'm joined today with Mr. You know what? It's Spanish time for my boy. It's sangria, it's naps, we don't work on Fridays. Happy hour starts at 2 o'clock. Mr. Charles is in the building. We are done with the Barca for the next 2 months, but everything is about the listen. We're not on the Daily Mails. Transfers will come and go, but let's be honest. Your focus is on the Spanish national team, right?
Uh,
Hello,
First
sir.
thing I did this morning before I peed and wiped the crust out of my eyes was got on my Twitter and saw what was going on in the Barca world. So,
That was a
being
layup.
real.
That was a layup for you. Good to see you, sir, Mr. La Masia, and our good friend, our United resident. Congratulations, sir, for continuity being in your club for a little bit at least under new management. Mr. Trophy, 2 trophies in a row himself. Braylon Reed, how are you, sir?
Uh, you know what? It'll be better if my country didn't stink. I'm sorry. It's Euros, but like still, I'll be so much better if I gotta watch this terrible country play soccer.
For the folks tonight who are listening to us, tomorrow, or by the time you hear this pod, the U.S. will have played Brazil. So we are coming off a 5-1 defeat against Colombia over the weekend. It was worse than the actual score, if we're keeping it honest. We were down 2-1, and maybe with a couple subs, but it really should have been worse than that. 2 became 3, 3 became 4, and 4 became 5 very easily. It was the worst United States men's national team performance since not qualifying for the World Cup. Uh, it's been some time. It's been some time. I think Braylon may have been in high school the last time I've been more embarrassed with the USMNT. However, here we are. Go ahead, Charles. The floor is yours, sir. Before we get going.
Hashtag not my soccer country.
Yeah, not my soccer country, not football.
My soccer
I
country.
caught the innuendos, sir. I caught
Not
the
my country.
innuendos.
I declared years ago my footballing heart is Spanish.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, you have taxes taken out. You literally have been an employee in such an European Union. So we understand. And if you wanted to move there, we wouldn't blame you based upon what we're seeing right now with who we can vote for in November. But that's neither here nor there. But speaking of the Euros, we're very excited on Friday, June 14th. Germany, the host country, will be starting the Euros in the opening match. The home team, as Thomas Mueller said, the 4 stars on our jersey is for a reason. They are out here, um, under new management. It'll be very interesting to see how with the cycle. But the Euros, we want to start out with a good question for folks. Just to throw it out to our people, Charles and Braylon. Now that the World Cup has expanded, I wanted to get you all's take on if you think what is a better competition, the Euros or the World Cup? Charles, why don't you start us off first?
I mean the World Cup still always. It's the best of the best. I don't really like the fact that it's expanded and there are more teams and it doesn't change anything about like the knockout rounds and who's actually going to be there when like it matters. So, I mean, yeah, it's without a question. Not to mention like the world champs don't play in Europe. So, what are we talking about? The team with don't I think Brazil have the most World Cups? They got 5, right? So how can the
Yeah.
team? So between those, so that's 8 World Cups right there. That's not counting Uruguay. Uruguay's got 2, so that's 10. So like to say the Euros is better, it's just kind of stupid to me. But I could see how like it's with less teams and I guess there's I would say there's more of a concentration of good teams in the Euros than there are in the World Cup. But that like I said, but at the end of the day, like when we talk about expanded teams and World Cup being watered down because of the bigger groups, it's literally just the group stages.
Um, I'm a. It's clearly the World Cup. I have no idea why this is brought up. I don't even know why Mbappe and Messi are doing this little back and forth with it. Like it's like
I mean, you have heard some of the folks
if
about how the Euros is not as more important because I think, let me say this, I think the World Cup receives more prominence now because the best player in the world before Ronaldo and Messi, best players in the world before Ronaldo and Messi became who they are, historically are Pele and Maradona, and they are both from South America. But as we have seen the game not change, but you have seen more of the two of the, in my opinion, two of the three best players that we've seen in quite some time, and then also seeing what the Spanish run was in the 2000s. The Euro is almost, it seems more competitive, if you will. But I'm not going to say one has more. That's what I would just throw out to you all. Like that's probably why I think that there's a difference. But that's why I think we're Covenant B.
that that I mean, like, but like even in like right now, the guy that's probably finna win the Ballon d'Or is finna come from South America. It's like, come on now, it's gonna be a Brazilian player. He's the favorite. So like, come on. So now
Who's
Brazil
other?
probably has one of the more
Some motherfuckers
talented teams.
played.
Argentina is still more.
They played
Like, I don't
Gibraltar,
get it.
San Marino, Liechtenstein in qualifications. Like, come on, man.
Couple
The
of
fact that
but
Germany's toughest challenge is Scott McTominay in the group should
you're
tell you.
nasty for hating on your boy. That's
I,
ridiculous. I
hey,
mean, bro,
look,
like think
look.
about
I'm a
CONCACAF.
United
You know what
fan.
I'm saying? To qualify, like CONCACAF, like look at the GDP compare. Like I hate to say this, I'm not calling these countries poor, but they are what they are. Like we shouldn't, like the U.S. should be embarrassed to even be within 2 goals of some of these countries. You know what I'm saying? Like the pathway in Asia, like some of the teams. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not going to call the World Cup order down. I would never do that, especially because I think Messi separated himself from Ronaldo with the World Cup win. I mean, for the moment.
Yeah, but
I
like,
just don't see how it's
but
watered
then I
down.
gotta.
There's a group. They just finished last. The team. It's one extra game. It's just like that's all we're talking about here is essentially one extra game in the group. And ain't like teams like where last time I can't remember anybody getting the shit beat out of them besides when Germany beat the hell out of Brazil. That was the last time somebody got beat by like 5-6 goals. So like where's this World Cup game where France beat somebody 8-0 and then like proved the point. But I mean Argentina only lost like they're remember they only lost one game in the World Cup and it wasn't to a European country. So no, this isn't. They got to. Europe needs to win a couple more World Cups in a row before they start coming with that type of energy. Spain lost to Morocco. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
By their own definition, European teams shouldn't lose to teams outside of Europe.
And Portugal too.
That's just not true.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't
Good discussion.
didn't Argentina win? Okay, I'm just saying. Did Argentina beat Italy? I'm just like, didn't that
Argentina
happen?
beat Italy in
Mhm.
the finalissimo. They beat Croatia. Then they beat Croatia. Or is that the Czech they beat? Who was that? Gavardiol plays for Croatia, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So that was Croatia. They beat. They beat the Dutch and they beat France. Like, what are we talking about here?
In that year,
Yeah.
we've
Come on.
seen
Like,
Argentina before with losing to France. I mean, bro, Argentina had a bad run against European teams for a minute, though. Let's.
I'm just saying though. Like, they also made it to the final in what was that 2 World Cups ago and they lost to Germany. Like, they're not having a bad run of it. I would say like they're 4 teams. At the end of the day, they're only like really like of those. I get what they're saying, but it's like England got to win something.
Oh,
Somebody, some. I'm just no. I'm just saying before we start talking about like the bottom level of those European countries, they got to win something. Like I understand Denmark's probably better than fucking Colombia. Like is Denmark better than Colombia? Now that I said it, but it's like,
I'm gonna be honest. They probably on the same level to me.
That's
the
all I'm
truth.
saying though. Like I just think, I just like,
Yeah,
that's y'all boy. That's ML striker.
I got y'all. I got y'all. I'm glad I got y'all going on
That's
it.
y'all boy.
No, I said that's ML striker.
That's
That's his striker.
that's ML.
Who?
The Ninja Turtle.
Did y'all not just sign him?
Can we put some respect on the dude who had a hat trick in the World Cup final, please? And the youngest dude to ever score in a World Cup and get a trophy. Now he's the captain of the best team in the world.
That's
right?
bullshit, but we don't talk
We
that.
can
But
please put
The
politics.
captain.
they're not the
He's
best
Wait,
team in the
no.
world.
Politics.
Cap-
Politics. They
Did
didn't
I
take a
miss
vote.
that? Wait.
They didn't take a vote. I just found that out 5 minutes
Please,
ago.
I was going to say, when did I find when was he named the captain? Did I miss that? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Right
We're
now.
going.
No, he's definitely the captain. I just saw it, but I'm just
You
saying, like
can't-
Griezmann, Antoine Griezmann must have been in the bathroom when this happened.
Oh, the pocket watch it started, and my boy ain't even get introduced to his club.
I'm just saying, who
This
who
is
took this vote?
disgusting
Who took this vote? Did Macron vote on this vote for captain?
Let's move on.
I know that's his man, because ain't no way in
What the
hell.
fuck happened to Marquis? What? I'm so lost.
Yeah.
No, not Marquis. What the fuck? What the? Jesus Christ! They should have gave it to Conte. What? They should have gave it to Conte.
I'm just saying. I
You
say
don't give it to Mbappe.
I'd be consistent to my point. He's not even France's best player, but we'll get all of that. He's not.
We will get to that in the group. We will.
You know how I think he's the second best international.
Let's
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. All right, carry on.
Is it too many games on players? We both obviously all of us like love our clubs, and we are super locked in from. I mean, shoot, even preseason, but basically July until June and first Saturday in June. Some teams make it to first Saturday in June, some don't. You know, historically. However, I don't know when any of our great players are taking holidays. I want everybody to be healthy. Do you think the soccer schedule is too strenuous right now? Go ahead, see you jump in.
I mean, I would like.
And what's your suggestion?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't. That's why I don't mind, like, if for all intents and purposes, like, Jack Grealish was hurt most of the season for City. If you're a City fan, is it really a bad thing that he ain't playing? Frankie got sent home because his ankle was bad. Is it really a bad thing in the grand scheme of Barca? If he ain't playing, like, no. I hope he goes. Like, I hope he's hanging out on the beach right now. So, like, I obviously, like, I know people want to play for their country. On top of it, it's an Olympic year, so it's even like makes it even a little bit even more tricky. With that, like certain cases, like I kind of like it's a case by case basis. I want Messi to be the exempt player for Argentina in the Olympics, but he's playing on Inter Miami, so I don't really care. But I just think like for some of these players, like it's just rest. People need rest, and especially like at these top clubs where for the last 4 months, dude, they've been getting a break. Like soccer needs a break. Like soccer needs like just a month to chill out, and you know what I'm saying. Like let's just be real about it. Like guys like that just need to chill out. He's been playing nonstop for 2 straight years. Like he don't need to go sit in the sun, but his black ass need to go sit down somewhere.
It's been more like 3.
Please calm down.
Like this
as a person said, I was horrible. That was wild. Carry on.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. He called him a California raisin. I'm done. Carry on, Braylon.
The soccer schedule is too strenuous. But like I okay, like my club, like Luke Shaw missed 80% of the season, and he's getting ready to play in the Euros. Like, why? Why? You just spent the whole season hurt, and you even came out and said that you're not healthy enough to even play for England. But yet you're going to, yet you're in Germany. You got 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds in these competitions. After playing 50 games almost for their clubs, they probably shouldn't be there. I mean, hey, I think United put their foot down and say, Ganacho, you're not playing in the Olympics too. You're not playing in both Copa and Olympics.
Yeah.
It's no reason why. So like, there is too much. I also I ain't gonna cap. I some of these smaller cups in these domestic leagues need to go to. Right? Like maybe that's a conversation for another day. But like I ain't okay. There's no reason for players to play European football, two domestic cups and the league, and then follow it up and having to play in a European competition or a South American competition or a World Cup competition. What? So like now you got the Europe, like a lot of guys ain't gonna get a break from football, soccer until next summer.
Yeah. I think
Copa
maybe,
America runs until mid-July. Like, come on now. Why?
I don't have a good fix for it, but I'm like, maybe there should be some automatic bids for some of this stuff. Like, I don't, because like
Yeah.
the World Cup ends and then they go right back into qualifiers. And it's like, I understand Italy didn't make the World Cup. So like qualifiers have some value. But at the same time, like, do I really like why does Argentina have to go through all these damn World Cup qualifiers? Not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's that, or it's gotta be something. Like even the Europe, like they're doing qualifiers for the Euros. Can they just expand the Euros and let damn near most of the teams in? I'm just saying there has to be a way to where like I feel like if you take out the qualification games are the ones that seem the most pointless to me. And that's before we even get in the Nations League.
I mean, let's be honest. The easy fix already is that if you make the knockout stages, you qualify for the next tournament. Just boom, simple. So it's so simple. You make the knockout stages. You also exempt from playing these qualification matches. And now the rest of these bum
Right.
squads got to play.
Just like, like, yeah, you ain't wrong. Like, why is like Argentina's the world champs? Why should they have to qualify for the next World Cup? Like, you should get an automatic bid. France,
100%.
damn it. France should essentially if like I said, like B said, if you make it to the quarters or I don't know where you want to extend it out to, but yeah, you shouldn't have to qualify again. Even if they lose because they all look at it from the other side. If Argentina lost every game in World Cup qualifiers, they should still get to go defend the title.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay. Good question for y'all. Um, Wanting to throw out our last one prior to us getting into predictions. Germany is the host team. Do you find any merit for them? They have obviously had a disappointing the last two big tournaments for them with going out to England in the last Euros and now and obviously the World Cup. They were very disappointing as well. What are your thoughts on uh, is Germany ready for a bounce back? Prior to us getting the predictions, whoever wants to go first is fine.
Let me go check. I gotta check their group again real quick. Let me get our note.
I just looked in that group already. I mean, they're going to win it. Like I said, the best competition is Scott McTominay and Andre Robertson at this point in his career. Like they're going to win a group. They're going to make it out. I will not believe in Germany until they have some type of striker who I believe is ready to score goals. Their striker is going to be Thomas Muller or Kai Havertz. Like, with
Okay.
respect to your boy Kai, I don't think he's the striker, right? A striker for a team that can make a run. I'm just not going to believe in it. Like, just the midfield's going to be strong. The back line's going to be strong. Of course, they got top five goalkeeper still in Neuer, but like,
Two.
threaten me with goals. Well, yeah, actually two. Yeah, they have two top five goalkeepers. Until they have a goal scorer who can threaten anybody's defense, they're not going to make a serious run, and I don't think they have that yet.
Is Musiala world class?
Maybe
Is Musiala
yeah,
a world class player?
he's
Is Tony
He's on
Kroos
that
a world
budding
class
world
player?
class.
Tony Kroos is still a world class player.
Yeah.
Like I
They're
said,
two of
like I
the
said,
best
the
We're in the
players.
midfield is
Euros though.
strong.
This ain't club level. This is like, I mean,
I
at a
hear
certain
it.
level, at country level, everybody got most teams are full of world class players though. At this level,
Germany has some though. That's
no,
all.
they don't have enough.
Okay. Oh,
Maybe not.
okay, but like if you go look at the rest of these squads, and the squads are like favorites to win, they have striker. They have a striker that you know is going to
Aren't they
score.
starting? Doesn't
You know
Fulkrug start
England
for them?
has
What do you say, Charles?
I said I thought Fulkrug started for them,
He's going to.
and I've already seen what he does a couple weeks ago.
Here we go. I'm not.
Suspect finishing. Suspect finishing. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't on my Hell Hydra. I'm good.
if
I'm
you
just
go
saying.
okay.
He just got questionable finishing.
I ain't going by Winter Soldier right now.
When was the last time Germany beat a good team, though? I guess that would be my question. Like, when was
That's-
last? I can't remember
That's
last time
also
I
another
saw them, but I've seen them lose to a bunch of bums.
Yes.
I've seen them lose to countries they had no fucking like. So us, you acting like Scotty T can't go for a brace against them is not out of, like, to me is not out the question.
That's my question. Like maybe back to Nations League, but that's why, like, you know, why not Joachim Low isn't the manager anymore. And that's why I'm wondering maybe a different, because we rate Nagelsmann as a manager,
Yeah.
though. We rate Nagelsmann. In
I
fact,
don't know if they have the players. I think it just for me comes down to, do they have the players?
Nagelsmann.
I don't think they actually. We named Cruz, Gundo, Mueller, and Jamal are there five, and I'm not counting goalkeeper. Are there four outfield players? 4 of the 10 outfield players we call world class. I guess if you want to throw Kai in there, that makes 5 world class players. So they have 5 more that aren't.
Like,
I hear it. Well, you know what?
once again, you're lacking a striker. I like one
Perfect
team that has
segue. Perfect
Who they beat?
I need
segue
a
for our
striker.
group predictions because they are up first and next. Perfect segue. Friday, wow, in Munich, the Euro 2024 in Germany will kick off. And just a quick review, points in all group matches in terms of current placement within the groups. We will have goal difference will matter, as well as in terms of positioning for overall European qualifying rankings, number of wins in all group matches, et cetera, et cetera. That's how they were able to place the groups. Interestingly enough, because of Germany being the host group, they obviously were automatically in, and knowing that Germany has gone through some of their struggles, none of it matters now. In their group, they have Germany, Scotland, Hungary, and Switzerland. Shout out to our most famous Swiss, our most famous Swiss member, soccer player right for the moment, my boy Granit Xhaka, who was part of the undefeated Bundesliga. You deserve a trophy, good sir. Even though, despite you flicking, y'all turned around.
That's crazy. I'm sorry,
I had
bro.
to
You
throw
said
that in.
Granit
Hey, my dog Chabi Alonso, future Real Madrid manager, man. I'm just Leverkusen. We appreciate you. Let's move on. Germany, Germany, Scotland will be opening things up. Hungary and Switzerland, and you will see we will go through all of the groups here. The best player in this group. I'm interested to see what Braylon says first.
I'm gonna be honest. It's like it's just very easy who the best player is. No, it's not. I was gonna say some BS. I'm still going with the old man. I'm going with the old man, number 8, Germany. Yeah, yes. I'm still going Tony. I'm still going Tony. Tony's still the best player in that group. He's probably the only guy I can trust on that in that group to know, like, hey, game in, game out, he gonna show up. And I'm just saying, like, every game in the group, he Tony on that field, on that pitch. That's all I know. And that's not even, and that's just my opinion. But like, hey, opinions are opinions.
Charles.
I'm gonna go with the captain of the German national team, Ilkay Gundogan. He's the captain still. And when certain people want to talk about consistency, Consistent. Was there an obvious choice of somebody else?
Yeah, hilarious, right? Should have said Scott McTominay did. I rushed. I should have just went and did it.
Gundo's the best player because I think Gundo is just a little bit better than Tony, just because Tony hasn't played international in 2 years, 3 years.
Which is another reason of why they're declined, by the way. So shout out to Emery Chan who got his invite this because of we have tonsillitis going around apparently at the German national team. But anyways, fair points, Charles, because of consistency. You actually back up a point. Hear you. Most talented player here is Jamal Musiala, and I don't think it's close. But Tony is I think the most important player for Germany.
Was the question who's the best player in the group?
Yeah,
it wasn't the most talented. Talented, I think we all would have the same answer.
Yeah, but that's why I'm going with Tony. But I'm not here to start the Madrid versus Barca stuff yet.
Not even that. I just think, like I said, in half part of the stabilizing of the German team that's happened the last 18 months,
sure.
It's been since Gundo was the captain. Like that's when they've at least come back to like respectability.
Heard it. Most important storyline out of this group. Charles, you go first.
Is Deutschland gonna defend the homeland?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple. You agree with that, B?
Yeah, I mean, they home. They got to start showing up now. It's now or never. I seem like cause it's been a little nasty. It's been a little nasty. I looked at that the results in the past 4 or 5 years is looking disgusting.
Let me ask you this:
They best win came in 2022. We in 2024. I'm just saying that's their last best win, and it was against Italy in the Nations League. That's all I'm saying. It's nasty. They need to step up and they got to defend home turf, home the country. They got to defend it. I was going to say something wild, but I'm not even going to say it. So yeah.
Who's coming out of the group?
Germany, of course.
In order.
And yeah, is Germany's winning the group, and I've been hinting at it all day. It's probably Scotland. It's gonna be like, hey, Scotland actually showed up and showed out. Came out of
Quick
the group.
question is Sloboslai Turkish or Hungarian?
I'm pretty sure he's Hungarian. I'm pretty sure. I am Hungarian. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. Okay.
Slobosai is Hungarian.
Okay. Just want to note that.
So who do you have coming out?
Germany and Switzerland.
Yeah, I do too. Okay. That being said, what is success for Germany in this competition? Or is it a success if they make quarters?
No, they got to make the semis and beat somebody worth a damn. They got to beat. I'm just saying they got to beat Spain, France, England, somebody like that's actually like a heavy hitter.
They're gonna have to be one of the top eight. Top
Dutch,
8.
Yeah, one of those teams.
So on the
and no, Italy do not count. Italy do not count. I don't care.
Oh, word.
I don't think Italy counts as like a quality win for them. I don't think Italy's talented enough to say that that's a quality win.
The 4 best third place teams, and that's another thing out of the Euros, are much different than the World Cup, so that we make sure that we have 16 teams. We have a round of 16 for folks to progress. There are 4 third best place teams who can advance. Do we see one of them out of this group? So 4 of the 6. I am going to say no.
I'm going to find the 2 groups that's not going to have somebody come out of it.
I think that's this one of them. And my other one.
Nah,
later on.
Group E is not gonna have a third team. Group F might not have a third team, and
Those are
I'm gonna
my
be honest. It's Group E and Group B. I think Group B is so competitive that one of the teams is going to end up just like having to lose matches because it seems like I think Spain is like a very good team. So like it's I think Group E and B are two groups that's not going to have anybody in it.
interesting.
But
So
like
you
that's
think
just
there's
me
a
going
chance
outside
that
the park.
Hungary or Scotland do advance?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. We'll cross that bridge up. Just want to make sure if we were going to eliminate that. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you agree with this, Braylon? One of them has semis as well with Charles.
uh, yeah. They have to go to the semis and they have to beat somebody. And like I said earlier, Italy do not count. I don't. I mean, I'm shocked you later. I'm
the
not.
only
But
the
like,
only team they can lose to and justify it is France.
Oh,
It's the only team they can lose to and it not be seen as a failure. They lose to any other team, that's a loss.
hmm.
France is the only team that they can lose to, and Nagelsmann gets to keep his job.
So they would be 1A, okay, automatically. So they would have to play 2C. So C
right.
being either somebody from, so just let's just say, so Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, England.
Yeah, it could be England in that if England
They're-
fucks off.
We're gonna, well,
No, I'm just saying they
if
could
they have
they could
a,
be.
so let me ask you, I'm gonna put
It's
this
not
out
been
there.
looking. I ain't been looking good.
So England gets say England gets second, okay?
Mhm.
And they were to beat Germany. Is Nagelsmann back for the
No,
World Cup cycle?
no, he's
Oh,
the
I
United
agree.
coach in 6 months.
It's a wrap. You don't even make it a Nations League, right?
Hey, yeah, just
Nagelsmann,
saying.
which is you would like that actually, Braylon, because then he joins
Yeah,
because in November he's a nice little call
possibly. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Just possibly.
for me too.
Just
Say
possibly.
Arteta ain't on the right moves because like, hey, the water's hot for my expectations now. What's old buddy old R&B song "One Call Away"? You want to come roll with me? I'm only one call away. Yeah,
Wasn't that
Nagelsmann don't
Chingy?
be like that. Yeah. All
Somebody
right.
with
That's what
Chingy?
y'all say. Now you got a little bit of rooting interest. Just want to see how toxic we can make it. All right. I think Nagelsmann is back as they make the quarterfinals. I think they can make the quarterfinals and be okay. So anything less than the quarterfinals, I think he will be in club football come before
As
Thanksgiving.
he should be. That's not a good job for him, but that's a whole nother topic.
Yes, I agree. I agree. All right. These are going to be phenomenal matches. Group B. To kick it off on this Saturday, we will have Spain versus Croatia in Berlin. And then obviously for our rooting our interest at the end for it'll be then for Spain, Spain Italy matchup, two of the best two of the best countries in the world when it comes to trophies specifically in history, but definitely over the last 20 years, these two teams have carried European glory as well as world glory. So I like this group because for a number of reasons, and I think it's the best group that we have here. Who is the best player in this group? Charles, you will go first.
Go ahead, Charles. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it, Charles. Now, say it. Say it.
My first answer was going to be like Gabby, but no. I'm going to go Gavardiol, being all the way honest.
Ooh.
Who?
Gavardiol.
Was he the best player on their team?
Yeah. He's better than I'm not. I know you want to put Modric in there, but I don't think Modric's gonna be able. Like, I think age is gonna show on here. I would have put Pedri. Pedri would probably be my second pick. Modric be my third. Oh my bad. Never mind. I take back everything I just said. I just had a conniption. Rodrigo.
Thank you.
Spanish defensive. Yeah,
What
my
are we?
bad. I don't acknowledge him when he be in the blue. When he put on the red, he's one of the best
What
midfielders
are
in the
we
world.
doing?
Rodrigo. See, I don't even
Thank
call him
you,
I was
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
like,
We don't
like,
call him. Yeah, my
it's
fault.
cool.
My fault.
Yeah, there was a lot of disrespectful, and I will say this: uncomfortable conversations will be had if Modric wins. If Modric even gets to the finals, I will. I have strong thoughts about what I think Luka Modric is. But Braylon, are you in Rodrigo's camp as well? Best player here in this group.
My hatred tells me I shouldn't say he is.
No.
I
B, you
respect
hate
it.
Rodri. We talking
Right.
about Rodrigo.
There it
Two
is.
different. Two different. I don't fuck with Rodri. Rodrigo. Hey, that's my midfielder.
Hey, look. As much as I give you a hard time, I think the best player here is Pedri.
Okay.
I'm going Pedri. I'm going
Pedro
Pedri.
Gonzalez. I ain't mad at it.
All right.
I'm gonna say this. I feel like this is the tournament where he establishes himself as one of the best of the best.
Very important
It's
for
just it's like it's starting to build and lead that way to where he can just be that guy where it's like, okay, yeah,
very important
you
10
got
months.
one of the ones.
I'm gonna just put it out there. Very important 10 months for Pedri. We don't
So I
find
was trying to be humble and stuff, but like, come on now, you know you want me to say.
No. Well, you understand. Pedri's like not even. Pedri's like my my fifth favorite Barca player. So like, I don't even own a Pedri jersey. That should let you know how I feel about him. And I have two Gabby jerseys. Uh,
right.
do something. Do something. I'm glad to see he's out here scoring goals because like his nickname in my group chats is Back Pass.
That's wild.
All that nigga want to do is back pass. You don't make a penetrating pass, bro. Just like Jesus Christ. I hope Hansi Flick can get him scoring some damn goals. But that man is back pass. Back to fucking no sponsor jerseys, man.
I was gonna ask what's the most important storyline, but there's Charles. He was talking about the kits. So we'll see, Charles, while you're here and letting us know about you feel about the kits. Please, sir, what do you think is the most important storyline in Group B?
I would say I would okay. I would say there are three for me. Can Croatia keep it going? Just given the fact that their country size and just the fact that they seem to always be in the mix. What's up with Italy? Are they actually good? Are they not good? Like, I think of Italy kind of in the same boat as Germany. And if we fuck around and the rise of Lamine Yamal is very much up there for me as well because I think he's not. We didn't pick him in the best player conversation in this group, but he could definitely end up being the best player in the group. And that's a wild thing to say about a 16-year-old, but he's going to start. I love the way Spain plays with him. So yeah, I think those would be my three.
Chop up the pie,
Okay.
percentage-wise, Charles.
40% Croatia.
Okay.
Can they do it again? I'd say another 40% Italy. What's up with y'all? And 20% Lamine.
I like that. What's up with y'all? We maybe need a segment of what's up with y'all one day. All right.
No, he had to put up his prop, so I'm gonna say it's two storylines. Once again, is Italy gonna perform and be a good team, or are they just gonna be constantly shit? Or um, is Croatia just gonna be what Belgium was supposed to be? Like, is this Croatia actually what Belgium's supposed to be? Like, is this Croatia that team that no matter how big the country is, they're always gonna just perform and they're gonna go out the water? I mean, hey, they got what like a top 5 defender in the world right now. Well, they also like, hey,
That's
also,
really
also the real Luca Magic. Also, the real Luca Magic is this. This is the real Luca Magic. For all the guys that know, this is the real Luca Magic. This is the real magician. Um, just know he probably always gonna pull something out the hat. Just know at this point, it happens. At this point, I'm prepared for it. Those are the two storylines, and then like, of course, you can throw that 5% in. Like, hey, Spain coming 2026. You know, Spain just may be it. That's that little 5-10%.
Oh, I had to
This is
make sure
what
my guy made the team. Uncle Yvonne made the team.
yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay,
did.
Uncle
He
Yvonne
was
out there,
making a
man.
lot of
They
room.
they bring it all the magic. They bring they playing all the hits.
It's a consistent squad right there, man. You know what you're gonna get out of them. Who advances out of this group? I will start. Spain and Croatia will be the first. Spain will be first in this group. Croatia will be second, and I do believe that Italy will get one of the third place spots. Albania, it was fun. Albania should get. They will have a negative 11 goal difference and have 0 points in this group.
They hit just for vibes. So, hey, once again, I'm agree with you though. Spain, Croatia, 1 and 2. I don't think Italy gets the spot though.
Young Charles.
I'll go with those three. They're definitely all gonna make it though.
Okay, I think so too.
I just want to talk shit about Italy. I'm sorry. I don't
That
know.
would be good.
It just hurt my nerves.
That would be good for the Euros for them. I want to see Giants make it. I didn't like the Iceland shit. I'm just keeping it honest. Like I did the skull.
Come on, man.
I'm
Timu? Come on. Timu? You want team?
good.
Well, you a hater.
I am. I
Shout
am.
out Norwich. Shout out to Norwich City.
I own that. I 100% I am. So the third place, it'll be ABC or out of that potentially. Oh man, that'll be fun. Okay, man, we could have Portugal, Italy. We could have Portugal, Belgium, maybe. Okay. I mean, says we could have Italy, Belgium. That would be a nice, tasty little. Okay, all right, fun times. Let's just say this. I think for the matchups, we definitely want Italy to be one of the third place teams. Put that out there. All right, let's get over to Group C. Group C, Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, and are they bringing it home? England. Who is the best player in this group?
B, you don't get to answer these things first. When I answer him first, either when it comes to this group, he's not a colleague, he's a colonizer. You answer for your team. Since you love to be fucking English, you answer for your team first, and then we can talk about it later. But don't put this on us just because you want to argue about your squad. Who you think?
I'm talking to Braylon, right?
I'm talking to you. I said not a colleague.
He said not a colonizer. He said
You the English fan over here.
Do not forget who is in this tournament, sir. I have my number one. You guys will hear me later on this, but the last group is what I'm most concerned about because the king is returned, sir.
Oh,
I'm about
Christ.
Rafiki shit. The king has returned.
Oh God.
He is back.
I'm not gonna cap. I
Did you see him yesterday?
I'm gonna be on that same prop.
Did you
I'm
see
gonna be
him?
on the same
Yes.
prop. I'm gonna be on the same props. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap.
Yes.
I can't hate.
Did
I
you
can't
see
hate.
him
I can't hate. But we gonna get there.
Because
But
me
we
and you
gonna
got because
get
your
there.
captain, who actually is one of your former captains, and we also rooting for everything black. A layout on the left. When we get to them, we will talk about them. But I'm trying to tell you, and I
And we
have
talking about
uncomfortable conversations that'll be starting.
And that right back. And that right back gonna have it's gonna create some noise. That's all I know. But
One
hey,
time for the one time. One time for the one. When we get to them, we will have uncomfortable conversations for one. We will have uncomfortable conversations.
Anyway, I guess since he's not
I will go
colonizer
first
right now,
if that is the case, because
yeah.
I don't mind. And you know what?
Hey, just make sure when we talk about Portugal, we mention the fact that they be playing Azerbaijan and Liechtenstein and the Vatican in qualifying games.
Vatican is a nasty reference. Oh no, Da Vinci Code and everything. That's ridiculous. The best player in Group C is this is why we can't do 6 minutes. The best player in Group C is none other than former Arsenal Academy participant and the leading goal scorer in all of Europe, Harold Harry Kane.
I'm sorry, dog. You did not. You went there.
I hate this nigga for real.
Red hair Harry. Y'all seen the memes? Red hair Harry. He was there in the parades. He was in the streets after the FA Cup. Carry on. Harry's been at a Prem parade for Arsenal.
I'm coming with the slander. It's fine.
Harry's been at a Prem parade, not for a team that he played on in England, but for a team that he grew up with. But yeah, Harry Kane, best player in the group. We're all good. No, there's no arguments here, correct?
I mean, no.
Let's move on. Thank you. Shout out to my boy.
Yeah, wow, you crazy.
From the M5. Harmony. Yeah, I'm gonna drive that as much as I can every time I'm referencing him until his.
It's fine. It's cool, man. He's playing in his homeland.
His new home, I guess, where he paying taxes.
The Munich fans.
Most important storyline in this group. Braylon, you can go first here now.
Do they fucking go to the final and actually fucking win? We all know who we're talking about. Can they actually do it? Can they actually do it? Because now finally he's not playing double pivots. Okay, so now Gareth Southgate can trust in Declan Rice, and now he don't got to put a double pivot out there. He like that two of them defend the back line. He ain't got the slow pace center back no more. So they can't say that Harry Maguire is out there just running like a fridge no more because he ain't playing out there. You got your world class midfielder in Jude, right? I'm just saying that's what the streets say. And then you got the best striker in the world.
Not even to be rude, the streets are saying that, as well as the Bundesliga in 2022, 2023, and as well as La Liga.
I'm
player of the year. The boy went player of the year before he turned 21 and back.
I'm only doing this because he put up that stinker in the first weekend of June. I'm only doing this because he put up that stinker.
Say less. He was not very good. Got an assist though. He got on the score sheet.
I mean, that was like I can make that pass. I can make that pass though. But like,
you weren't in the game to make it, were you?
I mean, obviously I'm in Houston, but like still, I'm only doing that because he had that shitter. But like honestly, like this is what a top 3 talented team in Europe. Can you go do it? Can you quote unquote bring it home? Is the biggest storyline. Probably top 2 biggest storylines in the whole tournament. Like
I agree. Can
you finally do it?
Charles, what's yours?
Kind of piggyback on your guys' thought that once it's not brought home, will they blame the white boys who enabled it not coming home?
Wait till you see my lasting thoughts.
And not throwing the black players under the bus would be great. Because it's going to be the white boys that let them down. My bad. And
they already doing it though. But like, hey, it's whatever.
And my other storyline, because I found out he was mixed the other day. My nigga Cole Palmer.
Hey,
for the streets.
Bumba clot. Hey,
you say that the white girl talking about her friends married to broke ass. Yeah, she can't say that. You know what? That's why you got fired.
Yeah.
Fired, Donald Trump. Take your stuff out. It don't be like you said what you said.
That shit Cole For the
Cole,
streets, baby. For the streets.
Bomba clot. Hey, he
reggaeton,
he
reggaeton.
I saw that picture
he
of
locked
Cole with his
in.
dad. I said, "Oh nah." I didn't
Wow.
realize.
We need to get Cole. We need to get Cole, and we need to get Paige together. We need them on a little TikTok, bro. We'll do scenes, bro. We need Cole Palmer, Paige Beckers, because you know Paige, Paige
Allies.
kept that.
My whole perspective of Cole Palmer has changed in the last 4 days. I'm just gonna leave it
That's
there.
for
Like,
Cole. Cole
like
fire, boy.
Cole is Cole. Now I'm mad he left Man City. I'm like for real mad. Like, yeah, I should have kept that man.
But he gonna
Diversity.
take. I'm gonna tell you this though. Under the new coach, he even gonna go to another height, boy. Cole could be better than Bernardo, and I have Bernardo's world class to me.
Cole world class.
Cole's
Cole's
not
world class.
Cole's not world class yet, though. I'm gonna just speak. Let's make
If
sure
you get 20 goals in the best league in the world, I think that makes you world class.
Yeah, that's until you look at how he got the goals. But like
I don't know,
he still
100%,
scored
but I'm
them.
just saying it's
He
like
still
say,
scored them.
if
He
you average
still
20,
scored them.
if
Yeah.
you average 20 in the league, you're a bucket.
I got
Is that
it.
a
Let me say
Hey.
this. I hear that, but that don't mean
I can't
you're
say
an
that much
all-star
because my captain did the same thing.
on All NBA. That don't mean you all star on All NBA. Like
Fair.
they made the comparison. We need to see how Cole do in a European setting where he got to be counted on every Wednesday or Tuesday and Saturday before he's world class. Because you know what, the boy in midfield is. I've seen him 2 years in a row
Who?
on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Jude, boy.
Oh, see, that's why I got to clarify. I thought you were talking about Enzo.
I have some thoughts about Enzo though too.
No, because we were talking about Chelsea. So I thought that's why I was
Yeah, but I'm back on the English, like in terms of in the midfield.
Jude's not a midfielder, so let's stop doing that.
He was, and very much so at Dortmund.
He'll be in the midfield.
Hold on, Ancelotti doesn't call him a midfielder, and literally when England came out with their list of players, he was listed with the forwards, not the midfielders. So that's all I'm going with.
Which is very crazy because he at that point I'm getting a little bit attached. It's supposed to be 6 minutes, but this was not gonna be 6 minutes. This one and a later run is in two later ones ain't gonna be 6 minutes. So you're gonna have him in attack instead of the guy from Man City. I'm very confused.
I'm interested how they line up. I'll just leave it at that because I don't know how they're going to fit that. They have a bunch of redundant players. They're like their best players are kind of redundant.
Yes. Let's just say that we expect them to get to the round of 16,
Final.
and then we have a discussion.
No.
What is success for England?
The trophy.
Thank you.
Can't lose in the final. Yeah,
nothing less.
They're winning
nothing less. Everything
there's only two teams who qualify for that. Not to even be
three
advancing out of the group. Who y'all got in second place?
That's 4. I'd say 4 teams are win or bust.
I agree.
Portuguese, England, the Portuguese, France, and I feel that I personally feel that way about Spain.
Oh no, I'm not going to put that much pressure on y'all. No.
I'm not putting that pressure on y'all yet.
No.
Soon.
I only say that because we're gonna have 60% of the ball against any team we play.
I understand that, but y'all can get no. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Hey, maybe it's my homerness in me that I feel that I think they could beat anybody. So it's like
there's more pressure on the Netherlands and Belgium than Spain.
I don't think the Netherlands is gonna win shit.
I hear you, but you need to listen. I actually rate their coach, and so do you. I also rate Belgium's coach too.
Belgium lost me when I saw their uniforms.
Okay. I haven't. Hold on.
Let's get over to Group B. Let's get over to Group B.
Hold on. Let me see that before you go anywhere.
We'll get to the Belgium in a second. Bye. In Group D, we have Poland. And I don't know if Charles is happy about this or not. But I'm pretty sure Lewandowski has just been ruled out of the tournament. Yes.
No, he's just gonna miss the first game.
I know FDJ. Well, speaking of it, our next team, FDJ, is gone back to Barcelona to take care of that ankle, which will be good. So when we put that 95 million in front of Barcelona, he'll be in London very soon. So that'll be great. Austria.
than myself.
He said,
Wait.
Austria and the number one team in the world. Excuse me, number one team in Europe. Number one team in Europe.
Thank
France.
you.
Here we
You
are.
said number one team in the world, and I
Number one team in France, according to the rankings. Or excuse me, number one team in Europe. My apologies.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, yeah. You
Best
better.
player.
You got this.
The best
this
player in this.
coach.
I will start. There's no. I am going to cape as much as possible as long as he is after July 16th when he officially is introduced and is a part of the greatest club in all of the world. Kylian Mbappe is the best player in this group. Your turn, Braylon, because we know where Charles is going.
Hey, can I say Jules Kunde?
You
Hey,
can you?
can I just say
Say it
that?
with a straight ass face.
I'm not gonna stop you. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry. I
You
mean,
playing?
got turned.
You playing?
Got turned.
You got
It's
time today,
Mbappe though.
Braylon? You got time today?
Nah, it's Mbappe. I do
Thank
have
you.
time. Yes,
Yeah,
I do have time.
Charles, your turn, sir.
It's only one. It's a clear-cut choice. I've been consistent in
Clear-cut.
saying. I've been saying. How long, Mr. Lofton? Can you attest that I've been consistent?
Okay. All right. Now we're comfortable with. I'm okay with here. I hear what you're saying. Okay, make the
Am
case.
I not being consistent in who the most impactful player on France has been for the past 6 years? I think he is the single. I think he's the single best player in this tournament. When he puts that international jersey on, I think he's the second best international in the world. Antoine Griezmann, the heart and soul of the French national team. The straw that stirs the drink.
Is he Deschamps' most trusted player?
Him and Conte,
I
without a
agree.
doubt.
Even with Conte miss. Let me ask you this: Conte plays the World Cup. Does Messi raise the trophy?
I think I've seen. I don't think anybody can stop Messi on his day. So I'm thinking. I don't think Conte can stop him.
Braylon thinking about it too. When that dude, because first of all, I don't know how old he is because I ain't gonna believe what I see a wiki.
He's 33.
You believe that?
33.
You believe that shit? A true 33, you see the certificate?
Hey.
And go with Conte about damn near Charles' age, dog. Both of y'all good athletes still, not hating. Ain't no way that brother's 33 years old, dog.
Oh shit.
And you know they ain't checking the real BCs at Saudi now.
That's fair. But yeah, no, Conte. I would have said Conte damn near is up there, but Griezmann, I'm going with Griezmann. I feel confident in that.
All right, that's fine. Listen, I'm not going to argue because the accolades are even for both when we're talking about international football.
I'm just saying, I think that if France end up winning, it'll be not. I think the same thing is going to happen. We'll talk about Madrid another day, but I think people are going to adjust to Mbappe and just make it to where the rest of the team's going to have to score. I can see Giroud leading the tournament and scoring.
He has. I mean, not had the whole tournament, but he's been in the league and scored for them before.
Mbappe's presence opens up space for everybody else. I think that's more why I say Griezmann and those guys are the best players, because I think that Mbappe might have a bit of a subdued. He got a lot of shit going on right now. So
most important storyline for me is Ronald Koeman. The pressure is on him a little bit, and I'm gonna just say it because Van Gaal I think got the most out of the Netherlands. But I think what he's I actually once again I rate Ronald Koeman, but we got to see what they're gonna be about. And I know here's the thing: you value a couple dudes that I don't as much, but I'm not gonna say that they're not good players. But that's a big storyline for me, and because I don't actually think Because I mean, whatever on Deschamps, because I think we'll have that discussion later because Zidane is waiting in the wings. But Memphis turns it on when he wears that orange, though. So I can't even hate on that. But this is a big tournament for your boy Cody Gakpo. Big tournament for him. He's 25. He's about to enter your prime. Your prime next 3 years. Very
Woody
important.
Gakpo is not my boy. He's my fourth favorite Black Dutchman.
But on Liverpool, all right, bro.
I support see, this is different. I support him on Liverpool because I think he's nice on Liverpool. I think he's nice. I just am like, I don't think he's going to be the reason why they advance or don't advance. I think it's going to fall to Memphis, what Black Javi can do, more so than what he does.
Big one for Black Chavi. I think the most consistent player in this group, I don't even think it's close, is Dumfries. The most consistent for the Netherlands. But so that's my storyline. When I tell you De Ligt, Van Dijk, Ake, Frimpong, Dumfries, oof, that is
And
a
Mick,
back
and Mick.
But I think he's hurt though.
No, he's not.
They saying he got a nick or something.
I mean, if there was a Euros track meet, he'd be my first pick.
Lord have mercy, would he not be? That's me. But go ahead, Braylon. Tell us your biggest storyline.
Same defense. That's just in the same defense. Let's be honest, though. Like we got like, and that's
What's the biggest story? I couldn't hear you, brother.
in the world, like, in my opinion.
What's the biggest storyline? I couldn't hear you, Braylon.
The biggest storyline is can you count on Memphis Depay to score your goals? Which I feel like that ends up being a storyline every year, especially with the Netherlands, because like you watch him and you see him in club, and it's like, okay, where's this player? And then he'll show up for these tournaments. Like, how much can you like depend on him? How much can you depend on about Weghorst? I know what he can do, which is nothing.
Still can't believe your man's talk about like he's
Did
gonna
the Barca legend make it? Did Barca legend Luke de Jong make it?
No, de Jong, I don't know.
Oh man,
he is not on the squad.
He's not.
Jesus Christ.
GG though, 33
Hey,
made the midfield. That's crazy.
But
you know who else is on the squad? Your man's though from Tottenham, Bergwijn.
Them not having Frankie. I think them not having Frankie is going to be the because when Frankie plays like most like himself when he plays for the Dutch, and just not having him, I think they're not going to be able to dictate possession to teams the way they want to.
Will be hard to score on them though.
It will be hard to score on them.
I'm also looking at this squad. We're gonna have conversations about Bayern, and I'm saying right now, we're gonna have conversations about Bayern because they have a guy on this roster that they have destroyed. But like I'm just saying, we're gonna have conversations in like
which
a
one?
Few months.
Who Gravenback? No, because Gravenback don't count.
I mean, they have a couple players that they've seen to ruin. That's all I'm saying.
Or Delict? Which one?
Hey, I just know, like, 8 years ago, there was this kid, Renato, just looking crazy, but that's a conversation for another day. Man, with the Bayern looked like a fool. It didn't look the same.
Okay, who's advancing out of the group?
How is this not the group of death?
Because Poland is just one player. Technically two. It's technically two players, but
I'm just saying. I'm just saying Austria as the fourth team. I mean, is Alaba playing? No, he's still out, ain't he? I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at their four teams. Like, Austria as a fourth team isn't the worst.
No, that could be a tough one.
It's not.
And I'm not giving Italy that much credit as the third best team. So I'm just saying, like I would say that would be the runner-up group then.
Yeah. I can definitely see it, especially especially in the midfield. They have a pretty strong midfield, so I wouldn't disagree with you on that right there.
France gonna have to come to play for sure. Crazy enough, this is one of the groups of where the second place team will play the second place team to advance to the quarters. And the group being so 2D will play 2E in the round of 16, which is very interesting. So that meaning that they're going to get like most, like if you see this, they most neither the second place team, Netherlands, I could see that they can get to the quarters, in my opinion, and feel comfortable about that. Then it's just a crapshoot. You're going to play one of the giants. And then the other second place teams of where the second place team will play a second place team to advance is out of Group A will play the second place team in Group B, which very, very much helps Spain and Croatia, depending how that goes. You can almost, those are some things we need to look at for some bets in terms of who we think will definitely be in the quarters. That right there lets me know I feel Spain feels good. Spain feels good about getting to the quarters, and then you just never know from there. That was great. That was great. Once again, this is our second team, right? That we say is win or bust, France, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they should in the pick order though. They are the number one team. They have to win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. That's like, hey, the champs. Phew. Anything less than the final, time to kick it.
Goodbye. So Don coming to the U.S. for sure. We have made it to Group E, featuring Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. The best player in this group, Charles.
The best player in the worst jersey, KDB.
Mm-hmm.
Easy work.
We all agree on that front?
Yeah. Yeah. Shaw, my hatred for City is deep. I swear to God, I hate that team.
You really do, man.
I have to admit, like, they're just the best.
I like it. I like it. Somebody has to hate City. None of us really, really hate City. So
listen, I hear it. I hear it. Nothing's wrong with that. That's the quick question though for you, Charles, because I know that you and I have had a discussion about him. Where's Lukaku in the pecking order for strikers right now?
We literally just had a conversation about these mid-tier strikers.
Mm-hmm.
The Depay's, I think they're all in that same range.
Ahead of Depay, though, right?
Huh?
Ahead
of
Depay.
Depay, but like not by much. Like he's better. Like I don't think Richarlison's better than either one of them. So I don't think Gabby Jesus is better than either of those guys that we're talking about. So I just don't. I think there's so much of like there are like so for me, Lukaku doesn't miss chances. Like he's not great at what's called, but if you get him in front of goal, he gonna score. Same for Memphis. I don't know, like Memphis doesn't have like the Murata disease where like he misses chances. He just don't get a lot of chances.
Right.
Guys like Jesus, Richarlison miss goal that they should score. And so like that's where like the defining line of that is to me. But I definitely think Lukaku's the 10th best striker. Like he's not better than Vlahovic either. But I think Vlahovic is on the lower end of like an elite striker.
Go ahead, Mr. Citizen Hater.
We're saying teams that what you call it, right? Making sure.
Well, let me ask you. I don't like Belgium at all in the back. Pause. Getting old back there. Witzel and Vertonghen are getting old. Also, I'm out on Belgium, even though I think that they are in a winner or bust just because they're golden gin. This is it for them. This is just it. KDB talking about going to Saudi. My man Trossard out here doing Lord's work. But you know why I'm
out? They
got
a squad. They can't. And they always had a squad. They ain't never showed up for shit. Trossard, KDB, Doku. They got what's old buddy from Everton that everybody wants right now? Oh, the other Onana. Isn't he
Yeah.
Belgian as
Yeah, in the
well?
midfield. Look, their midfield's fine.
I'm
Like
saying they got a squad. They have like
Attack is fine. The problem is who is stopping anything. Count on Jan Baturkin in 2024.
bro. Spain is starting Laporta and Normandy at the back. So like I'm not gonna say they started French center backs. So I'm not one to talk.
That's better than this. You got Alex Works. You got Workshul. Come on, bro. No,
I saw their jerseys and I refused to just even entertain them. I'm gonna be
that's
honest with you.
also another problem. That is another problem. Like what? What is it? Like what is this? That's terrible. I'm looking. I'm
It's like Adidas said, well, KDB plays for Man City, so we'll give him blue. And they got a lot of brown people, so let's give them some brown shorts. That works. It's the same uniform as Spain has. It's just a terrible colorway.
They've all gave everybody the same jersey. Like, still, it's terrible.
They all have the shorts that run up the side into their jersey. They all have the same kit, but
I'm not like it's like the design is not bad. I'm only
Adidas is getting overall. We gotta talk about how Adidas is getting janky with these jerseys, but we ain't gonna say nothing right now.
Yeah, because it is very hilarious because that's the same shirt as United's jersey.
Yeah.
It's the same one, just different
y'all
colors.
are funny. Belgium, if they were to win this group, let me ask you this: Ukraine coming out second in this group?
Ukraine Bolt better show up. If he don't show up, I'm disappointed. This is the most this group will have the most slander for our group chat. I will say that.
Yeah.
Between the Golden Gen and Ukraine Bolt.
I gotta send y'all that short. Did y'all see that old buddy said Mudryk is faster than Mbappe? Like in no contest. Did
I
y'all
think he is.
Yeah, it was one of
I think he is though.
Was it Fofana?
Yeah, he probably is. I wouldn't doubt that.
Mudryk is crazy fast.
I would love to see. I look forward to Tottenham Chelsea games just because I want to see him try to outrun Nick.
Heard it.
I sent you guys that video a couple weeks ago of Nick running from the header and then clearing the ball off the line. Like to me, Vanavin's the fastest player in the world.
Can Belgium beat? Let me just say that can Belgium beat Poland in the round of 16?
Can Belgium beat Poland? Is if Lewandowski's healthy? I think they will struggle to.
Can Belgium beat Serbia?
Yeah.
Can Belgium
Can they beat Serbia?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. Can Belgium beat Italy?
No.
That would be the disappointment bowl.
Our boy Roberto Martinez will be fired.
As he should be.
That match, I think.
Skipped over that when I said that.
Belgium would lose to Croatia, right? In a round of 16. We feel comfortable saying that.
Yeah.
I do too. Belgium would play the third place from B, C, or D if they win this group. They better win the group. Big storyline here for Belgium. Because they're the only ones that is serious in this group. Let's be serious, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah. That's not even a question. It's just what do they have to offer? I had no expectations for them. If they made it to the semifinals, I wouldn't be surprised. If they did make it out the group, I wouldn't be surprised. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do to surprise me. Half of them hate each other. So like I don't.
Yeah, that's true. Braylon, what about you?
Can you say the team again? My bad.
Belgium.
Just talking about Belgium, bum ass.
Okay, so like early, you said it. I was trying to say it. Technical difficulties. Belgium loses in the first round of knockouts. I don't
round of
see
16.
them. I just the whole continuity isn't straight. Like I was saying, they all hate each other. Um, I so as much as we talk about the midfield, I do think the midfield is probably lacking in terms of a pivot, in terms of a six. Like they have guys that can create. I just don't think they have guys that are willing to go back, run back, and defend for them. That's gonna hurt them. Like, hey, if if Robert Lewandowski is playing in any matches against them, he may get a hat trick. It just may happen. It just may happen. Like, it's so many flaws with the team. And then who was their coach? Who was the coach again?
Roberto Martinez.
He used to work for ESPN employee.
But he also used to be Portugal too.
Used to be.
Used to be.
We have made it to the last group. Thank you, everyone, for still rocking with us. I'm intrigued. Very, very intrigued. We have Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, and the Czech Republic in this group. KKKK is in this group, but let's be serious. The best player in this group is obviously coming from the Portuguese, former Euro champs as well.
Are you sure KK is not the best player in this group? Like, if we're just talking about individual talent?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. You can't. I'm gonna put it on this, put him on blast, and I apologize, but I'm just keeping it real. Napoli finished 10th in Serie A. Literally, every team above them is going to Europe next year. Every team above them is going to Europe. 5 Champions League teams, 6 Champions League teams, 2 Europas, and 1 conference. Like, what are we doing? Or 2 Europas.
Conte gonna get him right.
Yeah, but before Conte got there, dog, you can't get.
He was hurt for a decent amount though, too.
You can't get 9th.
Hey man, I don't
6,
respect
2, and
Serie A
2.
football. They be out there losing the.
I was finna say it's a City Eye. So like we don't have
Serie A,
to
like
talk
yeah,
about
it's Juve, the Milan teams, Napoli, and a bunch of food. Bologna, Capicola. Roma don't, man. Roma ain't never won that.
Champions League now, but they
Roma's
got
out here for the Roma is Vibes FC. Every time I go back and look
their
at
striker is I ain't gonna cap. I can't get over
the reason I say that is because
no.
So when Tati retired, I went back and looked at all the things he ever won. He never won shit.
Longevity.
Roma never won anything.
Longevity. That's all he got.
Like, and he was the Italian. He scored goals for Italy when Italy won the World Cup. But I'm saying Roma's history is like not very like trophy heavy.
Heard it. Best player in the group, Braylon.
Fuck it. I'm doing it.
Mm-mm.
Bruno. He came from Sporting like Cristiano. All right, I'm good. But like, I honestly, realistically,
That wasn't bad,
like,
and I was glad to see your energy there, Braylon. That wasn't terrible.
I got it. Yeah.
That wasn't terrible.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You feel? I mean, you no cap though, Bruno.
I like honestly, as much as y'all like, he's on his best stretch ever for Portugal at this point. Like, he's on his best stretch. 26 goals in a system, 26 matches. He's actually been cooking. Like he has finally figured out how to play next to him, which is crazy as hell. He's finally figured out how to maneuver and score and be Bruno, be that creative machine he can be next to the king.
Was
Charles.
the question who's going to get the most cardio in? It would definitely be Bruno.
Best player in the group.
Who's most likely to not make an impact when his team actually needs him? Bruno. Most likely to just watch as the game-winning goal just happens in front of him? Bruno. Because all I've done for the past 18 months is watch Bruno watch Man United give up goals while Bruno stands at the half line. About to go run in there, about to go do some shit. I will say, for all intents and purposes, best player, I want to say Leao.
Yeah, as do I.
But I'll actually go Bernardo. He's the most versatile player they have.
For reasons explained, I couldn't say him. So like I had to say
Yeah,
Bruno.
but I just like his versatility. I think like I honestly João Felix was getting a squeak for me, but
6th.
maybe Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
But I'll say Silva. I'll go with Silva. Arda Guler in the honorable mention.
I'm gonna go Bernardo for international competition, but I need him to just go to a level because he's not as good as he is for club with Portugal, and I think that's been a problem. But they need him.
He doesn't have the same freedom.
Or he's mastered a position, or he mastered a side, and just understands and follows every one of Pep's orders, and this is why he's.
I think Pep gives him more freedom though, because like there are times this year where I didn't realize what position he was playing because he was
goes
so
from like the left to the full right. Yeah,
he can't really roam when he's with Portugal.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that he's the best player. And yeah, we'll move on. Most important storyline, Charles, you go. Out of this group.
Is Cristiano gonna hold this team back, ruin the squad, kill team morale, or just generally have an impact at all?
Disrespect.
It might be good. No, because I think he's going to be fine I think he's fine in the group stages. I just don't know, and you got to tell me who they play in the knockouts. But it's like if they're playing against a bunch of teams, a bunch of those top level teams, if I'm those guys, I'm like, cool. They're gonna run Cristiano out here. Cool.
You know what I like
what I don't want to do? Chase Leao. I don't want to track fucking Jota's movement. I don't want to have to deal with João Felix. I don't want to deal with those guys. If I only got to deal with Cristiano standing in one spot, straight. Do you think the Dutch are going to be worried if they have to play the Dutch? Like that's an easy game for them.
As well, that's a great question because that may happen in the quarters, depending what goes down. I think Portugal is the second most talented team in Europe.
I think they're the most talented team in Europe.
I think France is better than them by a hair, just because I trust Mbappe.
When it gets in
and
the
I trust
squad depth,
AG7. I trust AG7 and Mbappe more, like in terms of game winners. You know,
I mean, but if you look at like the total squad depth,
that's what I'm saying. France has the best 11. Portugal has the best 22.
100%. 100%.
The fact that they could like rotate.
Yeah, they got the best 22 players.
Like they could legitimately, like as much as like all that saying, like Ronaldo doesn't have to start. He really don't have to start. He really don't have to. He's going to start because of politics and all of that stuff. He don't have to start. They could run out Jota. They can run out João Felix. They can run out. Ramos. They can run out any of them boys. And then in the midfield, they could legit swap their starting with Bernardo. They could like Bernardo could go in midfield, and you can not have to play with Neves. You don't have to play. Like Bruno wouldn't have to start at times.
Nobody's walking.
It's the
on
deepest
the pitch.
team.
Yeah, nobody's walking on the pitch with more talent than France. Nobody's getting off the bus with more talent than Portugal.
Heard it. I love what a line. That's a bar. Crazy bar. They would play the third place team. Let me do our exercise. Ooh. They could beat Hungary or Switzerland or Scotland, right? For
Mhm.
sure. The issue here is who becomes third if the B it's A, B, or C. So out of the group, like let's just say I'm think Spain's gonna win the group. So let's say it's Croatia, Italy, Serbia. Let's just say England's gonna get definitely first or second. Denmark. The only team I think they would struggle with is Croatia.
Yeah, they shouldn't
I don't
struggle.
think
Like they are the other win or bust team to me, so they shouldn't struggle with anybody.
If they win that match, they would play the second place team from D or E, and we believe that France is going to win that group. So the Netherlands would be second place, most likely. And then
wait.
Ukraine, Romania, or Slovakia, because we believe that Belgium's going to win the group. They would beat Ukraine. I think Portugal has the easiest road to Munich, which would be the semifinal number one.
I mean, yeah, like they shouldn't have a match where they are struggling or even in any competitions until they get to the semifinals. That should we all know that. The world
Yeah,
knows that. Like
we pick win or bust for them. If they're a win or bust team, there's
they should,
no debating it.
really debate that they should make the semi. I ain't okay. There probably shouldn't be any debate. They make the final. What is it say?
Well, there is a debate there because their semifinal would be against Germany or Spain, in my opinion.
And they should win those. They
They
should
should
win.
win those.
Can Portugal beat
The
England?
only way that this is not
Portugal beat England.
successful,
Can Portugal beat England? Yeah.
yes,
Should they? Can they?
There's a big question.
I think I would put it like this.
I'm gonna be no. Okay, no.
Go ahead.
See, and that's where we get the tactics, right? Portugal, if Portugal has to play England, Portugal is beating England. Portugal is going to have too much of the ball. You cannot give all those
Better.
players
Yeah.
that much of the ball.
I think
You
they're-
cannot give them. You really can't give all them players that much of the ball because then Ronaldo sitting in one spot actually hurts you. Like he actually sitting in one spot while the rest of the guys are actually moving around. Like and now, okay, so you're going to stick their best defender, John Stones, on him, and now the rest of these guys got to go up against the Gahey. Come on now.
But Trent,
And like,
we'll say this though. Trent diagonal ball on a counter to Harry is a problem for them. They will have to be very careful. Like Harry's not scared of Ruben Diaz. He's not scared of Pepe. Definitely not scared of the low. But even though I mess with Diego.
I mean, the problem would be Cancelo.
They're
But like,
tough,
still,
man. Portugal's really good. Oh, I think Portugal should win the Euros. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's my biggest storyline is that depth wise they should win the Euros.
If I recall in a group chat message, I said this 4 months ago, but people just don't want to hear me when
I hear you. But is that your pick?
I ain't gonna cap, brother. I had it on mute. I'm sorry. I had the group chat on mute at that point. I'm sorry.
You
I
did.
see
Yeah, we understood. You didn't know where your club was. Y'all went
I
from
understand it was Ten Hag had that boy out here afloat.
yeah. You didn't know where your club was.
Brother, I
The
ain't
time
gonna
we
cap,
got you off of mute was when old buddy had the worldie. Manu had the worldie where you see Gary Neville cheering quietly.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
was drinking that Ime Kool-Aid and couldn't be bothered.
Hey, it wasn't just eBay, by the way. It wasn't just the basketball team too. I ain't gonna cap. It was another team. I was like, yeah, I'm celebrating y'all. I'm supporting y'all, nigga. Not these bum ass niggas. But yeah, I like just like they should have probably made the semifinals in the World Cup.
You should have.
Should have probably made the finals. It was no
Losing
reason.
Morocco was disgusting behavior. So was it for
like,
Spain too. I'm not trying to. Because I value. I rate Spain, but I like us. Portugal.
Spain's the 5th best team in this tournament, so I don't.
Assuming you have England ahead of Spain.
Yeah, they're the only. I said the 4 teams that should win, that are win or bust. and Spain's the next team. Well, Spain was my fourth, but I bumped Spain back. So
England, France, Portugal.
I think the Dutch are a little bit better than this too.
Yeah, but I don't think it's win or bust for them. I think if they made a final, they'd be happy or semi.
Who? The Dutch
I
need to
think it's
make the
three.
final.
I think it's
For
three.
the
It's three
Dutch?
win or bust.
Yeah, I do believe that.
Okay,
Especially without
it's
Frankie. Without Frankie, for sure. 3 win or bust.
it's 3 win or bust, but I'm gonna be honest, because of how their attack is set up and like who they count on. The Dutch got a little time, a little time ticking. It's just a little bit, just a little time ticking. Like you're gonna lose your defensive captain sooner or later. He's like, I ain't gonna cap. He already trying to watch.
Spain is in the beginning of the second gen golden generation. So
They really
I'm
are.
not.
I ain't gonna hate.
I called the 2030 World Cup for my I'm signed like, and it's in Spain. I'm there. I'm there. I'm pulling up. It's coming home.
I mean,
2030. Huh?
I mean, hey,
Hey,
I mean,
Lamine will be 22 in 2030.
by the time, I ain't gonna have. By the time it's 2030, it at this point, all we seen, it's probably just gonna be Spain and England at that point. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. I feel like we're done with the groups right now. I'm going to say this. The moment that Antoine Griezmann is done, a lot of hell is going to be let loose. There's going to be a lot of hell going on in France. There's going to be a lot of hell.
France is suspect in some other spots. Like they have great players in the key positions.
Yeah, no.
They're a little.
It's
they're
not even
shaky
that.
in other
It's just.
spots.
It's just keeping them as a group. Keeping them as a group and as a whole, and making sure that they're not, fucking around. I think once they lose him, who's gonna step up? Once again, I'm pretty sure we all just started losing that Mbappe is the captain, but we all know who the actual captain is. We all know
Didn't
who
they
the
fall
actual
apart at one
woman
World
is.
Cup a couple years ago because they just started beefing? Wasn't that like 2 World Cups ago? Where like dudes were going home.
And like the other guy that was supposed to be that leader for them is a drug is a cheater, steroids, whatever it was. So they already lost. They lost Pogba. Pogba's not going to ever be back on this team. You don't have Antoine Griezmann. That's storyline for later on, but like that team, it's some problems. It's some problems. You're saying all this and they're probably going. So it's whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, that wraps it up. Gonna be can't wait. Kicks off on Friday. Lasting thoughts from you, Braylon?
Okay. I'm gonna go here, and like it's just taking the time to get there because I just want to make sure. I am tired of how the media, especially in England, are doing these black brothers. It's no reason that I see Declan Rice walking around the pitch, walking back for the goal, and you blame Kobe Mainoo, the only midfielder that ran back to defend. They blamed him. Bukayo Saka played 25 minutes, and he was on the face of every photo. Not Harry Kane, not John Stones, not Declan Rice, not like let's blame all of the like I hate it. They did it. They did it with the Euros. They did it with World Cups. They Rashford was plastered all over. Rashford don't even start. He didn't even start. They plastered over there. Hey, somebody needs to hold these English media guys in check because there's no reason why I should see a Kobe Mainoo who is 19, 18, 19 years old. I should not see a Bukayo Saka who only plays 25 minutes. I should not see you blaming none of the brothers out there. Blame the people that are responsible for it. Blame your golden boy in Declan Rice. Blame your greatest striker of all time, your best striker in the world, Harry Kane, for not scoring goals. If if they have a disappointment, and it's very in line for them to possibly have a disappointment this year, hold the right people accountable. Hold them accountable, please.
Say less. Charles.
France should win. I expect France to win. I'm always surprised when they lose. They have the best team. They have the best kids. But I am here solely and purely for the world to see the rise of Lamine Yamal, the baby goat. He's gonna cook. I don't care what happens. He's gonna cook. I think he's gonna end up being Spain's best player by the end of this tournament. It's gonna, yeah. Get ready. Get ready.
Are you gonna give him the title of the next number 10?
No, because we already have a number 10 named Ansu Fati. We have a 10 that I still firmly believe in. I haven't given up on my dog. Even if nobody else has, but I haven't given up on my dog. Like I said, I just keep coming back to he reminds me of Mbappe on Monaco. Like we all saw what was going to happen, and it's here. So, yeah.
Hey, can I get one more last thought though? Because we gotta touch up on that too. Dear Norway, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? You have the quote unquote best goal scorer in the world. You have Martin Odegaard, who performed wonderfully in the Prem. He actually showed up in big games this year. Why are y'all not here? Wake the fuck up. Please wake up, because y'all should be here. There's no way. If Poland can be here, y'all can be here. Y'all have more talent than Poland.
If Georgia can be there, y'all can be there.
That also. It's no reason why I should not be here.
The Arsenal captain. Where's the leadership at from the Arsenal captain? No, he get real amnesia when we start talking about Norway. People like to act like it's only Holland on Norway. They got the Arsenal captain. And he leads Norway like he leads Arsenal. Disappointing results.
Love it.
Yeah.
I can't say that. Actually, I agree on both fronts. Braylon is right. We are rooting for everybody black, and what the English papers are not doing, clearly. We ain't about to scapegoat these folks when we got it's not doing that. When not especially with a substitute, and then you put them on the cover. That's absolutely ridiculous. And actually somebody that has been named the English Player of the Year, not once, but twice, for his national team contributions in a row. Bukayo Saka, that is. And who has led England in tied with Harry in terms of leading with goals. So, yeah, there we are. Norway, the next time we are in an international competition or European competition, you need to be there. You're absolutely right. Odegaard, you must get your team into one of the serious competitions. No more messing around in the Nations League, and you must be raising a trophy in 24-25. So, yeah, all of that is very, very well deserved. My lasting thought is I think 2 Euros equals 1 World Cup. If number seven handles business, there will be some different conversations that we need to be having. Charles, we still see you. Where'd you go?
Hey,
You'll see.
hey,
There will be the
hey.
significant conversations that we need to be having. This is the biggest the biggest next month in Harry Kane's career. Those are my lasting thoughts.
That nigga said,
There is
hey,
no doubt
two.
about it.
He said, hey, he said 2 year olds in this
That
World
might be.
Two
Cup.
Euros
Let me.
definitely.
I have
Two
to
Euros
bring.
actually surpasses one World Cup. I would put that.
Surpasses one world. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Two Euros surpasses one World Cup. Yeah. One. Well, you know
No,
what?
no,
I
no,
think
no,
what
no,
we
no, no,
equivalent.
no, 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 no.
One
See,
Copa, one World Cup equals 2 Euros. I'm there. I said it. Appreciate y'all listening. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe button. Nah, I'm just playing. I can't end on that. Ronaldo cannot be in the GOAT conversation unless he wins a second international competition, one way or the other. That's just what it is. You can't. Messi in the last 4 years has not only won a Copa, he's also won a World Cup. The door is open for you, Ronaldo, for you to get back into the conversation. Right now, you were out on the outside looking in. Period. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to
the
click.
convo's going to end when they win the Copa America. Like, what we, come on. I feel like it's very inevitable for Argentina just to win it. I swear to God. It's very inevitable. The
Don't
convo
forget to
going to
click the
start.
like button,
And then it's
subscribe
gonna end.
button. Plenty of content on Multiplicity Media. We are out.